To all the TALI fans, first of all, welcome to our podcast. Usually this show is in Luxembourgish. And for you guys to get a bit of an understanding how Luxembourgish sounds like, here's a quick introduction about TALI in Luxembourgisch.
TALI hat letztes Jahr für Lützeburg den Comeback Eurovision Song Contest gemacht. Hat das ursprünglich an Israel geboren und hat lo die letzten Jahre zu New York gewohnt, für dort zu studieren. Hat 4 Jobs gleichzeitig für die Loyer können zu bezahlen und hat das den Beweis dafür, dass er mit harter Arbeit an einer positiven Lebensausstellung nicht auf die ganz große Bühne kann packen. Viel Spaß mit dem Podcast.
Enjoy the podcast.
Dieser Podcast wird euch präsentiert mit der freundlichen Unterstützung von Access von der Spurkäse.
It was like just thousands of messages, and I was like,
How
hi.
did she find
So I sent her a
you?
video. Now we're in contact all the time.
It's crazy. How
I
did she
love
find you, do you know?
I did a video during the Eurovision
Doing that.
forum with the Peruvian community because my dad is from Peru.
Yeah, you told
And
me.
so I spoke in Spanish, and then the Peruvian community was like, that's our girl. It's like,
great,
perfect. Yeah,
makes
I mean, I
sense.
helped with the vote, so.
Yeah. How is it like being that multicultural?
It's actually, my best friend is doing her thesis on this, and I just had an interview about it yesterday. Being like a multicultural kid, I think comes with a lot of challenges of like identity and like home and all those questions, and like not being rooted in like the constant change. But I think it also is an extremely positive thing. I think it makes you way more independent, way more mature. And I think it helps you grow tough skin because you're constantly needing to change environments and meet new people. So more open-minded, I think, too, you know?
So did you find an answer to where you belong?
Absolutely. The more I grow up, the more I realize that home is not really about a place, but about people. People and music. And obviously, like, if I have to choose one place, it's obviously Luxembourg. Like, I've been here the longest. The streets, like if it's a place, it's Luxembourg. But it's unfair to say that it's just Luxembourg because it's like, you know, I've just traveled so much, and I think it's about people. Like, whoever makes me feel home and safe.
Who are those people for you?
Is my boyfriend, absolutely. My family and my best friends. Yeah.
Where do you live here in Luxembourg?
Limpersburg.
Oh,
Yes.
living the good life.
Yeah, no stalkers left. Living the good life. It is pretty nice, actually.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there? There's Limpotsberg and Bel-Air, which are considered the best areas
I
in
love
Luxembourg.
Parental.
Brill is nice.
I love Parental.
Why?
Because it's right next to like the beautiful forest walks,
yeah.
but then in 10 minutes you're in town.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's
True.
still more removed than Limpersburg. Like
Yeah,
like in the Schwabafoa and all that, like it's still a bit intense.
But Limpotsberg all the way up. I mean, you
All the
also.
way up. That's like near Michelucius. Or,
Yeah,
that is a nice place. Yeah, that's a nice area.
Yeah. Okay.
So where have you lived? In Luxembourg, New York?
Luxembourg, New York, good one. Argentina, Chile, Israel.
For how long each time?
So Israel 6 months because I was born there, and then we left immediately.
Okay.
Then Chile for 4 years, Argentina for 7 years, Luxembourg for 13.
Yeah.
But in those 13, I went to New York to study for 4 years,
Okay. Okay.
and then I'm
makes
back
sense.
and forth. So yeah.
Okay.
So how is Argentina? Is it hot? Or-
Is it like weather-wise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Both.
I think there's the seasons, yeah. But I think it's the best. Like,
Yeah?
yeah, just growing up there, the people in Argentina are like the warmest, spontaneous kind. Like, come over to my house. Like, doesn't matter who you are. Like,
Nice.
just really warm people. Which
That's
is
lacking in Luxembourg now, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
we don't know.
we are
our
not like
neighbors.
that.
Yeah.
not that well.
Not really. Unfortunately, it's super cool. I don't know why it's different here. Is it just
I don't know.
I don't
The
know. I think
mentality?
I kind of do like, well, now that I'm here for so long, I do appreciate the boundaries that people have more. Because I think it's nice to have a mix, but I think that in Luxembourg, like, you schedule a time when you're free, you prioritize yourself, which is awesome, and I think it should be encouraged more. So I don't know what's better or worse, but I think both are great, you know. Yeah.
And New York?
New York, damn. People in New York are rude. Kidding, not everyone.
They're busy now.
Yeah, I think everyone is in their own bubble. They say that it's the hardest city to date.
To date.
Yeah,
Why?
because
Where did you meet your boyfriend?
in New York.
Challenge
Funny.
accepted.
Yeah, exactly. But they just say that everyone's like really career driven and really in their own bubble, and everyone is hustling and bustling and paycheck to paycheck, and it's like you either have like extremely rich people or like dreamers who are struggling.
Yeah, because people go there to chase their dreams, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which type of person are you? Like before all the fame, are you more introverted or extroverted?
I feel like I'm the same as today, which hopefully that always stays. And I told my friends we have a deal that if I change, they can slap me hard, like slap in the face, like I deserve that. And I think that's like my biggest fears to change with fame. Like if I lose my friendships, if I lose like who I am through fame, like I'm a failure. Like really, I think that's so hard, and I think it's natural to change, but like as long as it's changing for the better and like still being grounded, you know. Before all this, yeah, same as today, I would say like definitely extrovert, even though I like my alone time as well. Very like social and like I don't know, music.
Do you get your energy from being on your own or with other people?
I think both.
Both?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's like a
all right
horrible
then,
answer.
either.
Yeah, I think it
No, it's
depends
fine.
who. It depends who. Like if I'm with my best friend, I will 100%
yeah.
be.
That doesn't count. Yeah.
Yeah. In general,
Like if you have to go do interviews and be around people you don't know, is that exhausting for
Does
you?
this gives you energy or takes energy from you?
oh, that's such an interesting question. I think in general, interviews are hard, like emotionally, if they're a lot. But if today I had no interviews and you guys are like my first people I'm talking to, it gives me a lot of energy. So I think it depends. I don't know. It's a horrible answer.
It's also
Yeah.
hard to answer.
Yeah.
And are you nervous to do this
No.
or not?
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
But if you asked me that a year ago, like maybe, yeah. I would be thinking about it way more coming here. And now I'm just like,
We were wondering in advance if you would show up with, I don't know, your manager, or afterwards if you would be like one of those people that would like to see the footage to go over it and be like super
Yeah.
complicated.
I think it depends on what. Like if it's like a huge TV report and they're like asking me constantly about politics, like then we'll want to review it.
Yeah, fair.
But if it's just like a casual hang where we're drinking, you know, and just like vibing, it's totally cool. Yeah.
So speaking of now. No, yeah, makes sense. But usually it's the musicians and artists that are more complicated when it comes to this than other people, funny enough.
They're the most cautious.
Yeah.
I understand. I think people people cancel artists easier than like I don't know.
Why?
A lot of people. I don't know. I feel like a lot of eyes and hype are around artists, you know? Everyone wants to know who Billie Eilish is dating and what she's doing and da-da-da-da-da. And it makes the headline and she said this and she canceled her. And, you know, I just feel like there's a lot of hype around artists.
What is your opinion on cancel culture?
My opinion on cancel culture. I think that sometimes it's a little too intense and people don't know the context that things are said in, so it can ruin someone's life.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Could you be cancelled? Because
Yeah.
we believe that if you just keep doing what you do, you stay true to yourself, people can say whatever they
Yeah,
want.
if you don't do anything
you-
too stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
to a certain extent, of course, yes.
Yeah. Could I be canceled? I think anyone can be canceled. You could be caught at the wrong time saying the wrong thing. Like you could be put a mic in and ask the wrong question and you don't mean it or whatever. I think it can naturally happen.
But then you continue what you do, and after 6 months, because in today's world everything is so quick, but
That's
also
true.
so quickly forgotten.
It's true.
that maybe in 6 months, not even 6 months, 6 weeks, no one cares about it anymore. They have found the next drama, the next gossip.
Yeah, I think there's always gonna be gossip and drama. It means that you're doing something right, and it means that you're.
Also not wrong.
I mean, not always, but most of the time, it means that you're. People want to talk about you, and you're magnetic in a way that attracts the public eye, and so.
Could be a Kanye West quote.
Oh God. No, thank you.
But how was that for you before the Eurovision Song Contest? Did you have like a lot of media training?
I actually didn't. I was sometimes like given advice of like how I could swerve questions or like say what's in my heart in like a very media way. But I didn't get a lot of media training. It was mainly just like my manager and I chatting and like what do you think about this or how should I answer this? But most of it was just me, which is crazy. Yeah. But thankfully, acting school and like being in New York and who I am like made it possible that it was like pretty easy for me to talk and it be okay. But I think it's very important.
How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
super young.
how did you find out about the song contest? Like, who told you?
I was in New York. I had just finished like my degree and I was like constantly getting rejected in New York, for survival jobs, paycheck to paycheck, like absolutely no hope, like hard time.
What did you do in New York? Like,
I was a nanny every day. Love her though, my girl. I was a private teacher, like music teacher, and also like a public teacher. So I was in a public school as well every day. And on top of that, I did language classes on Sundays. So I had four survival jobs plus 2 weekly gigs at night, plus recordings, writing, everything. I don't know how I was alive.
How bad were they paying that you had to have 4?
I mean, the hard thing is that they were paying me all right, but New York is so damn expensive
Okay.
that you walk to the grocery store and you poop dollars. Like, it's like you can't do anything without not paying money. It's like, tax and tip. I'm like,
yeah, true.
just crazy. Yeah.
How much is rent there?
Rent, if you get lucky, it can be like per month, like 1,600. That's like a great. It's like a great deal. Yeah, it's a great deal. But it goes up to like whatever you want it to go up to. Yeah.
Because I always see those videos on TikTok where people show their home.
They're like room tour.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so expensive always.
Yeah, it's insane.
So who told you?
Yeah, so sorry. I had like 8 or 7 messages the next morning being like, Tali, they just posted this in the newspaper. Like, this is your chance. Like, you have to audition. And I was like, sure, just another audition, Like, I think I'd done like, no, honestly, I think I'd done, I'm not kidding, like 40 auditions that month.
For what?
For musicals mainly.
Okay.
So because I studied musical theater, it was like mainly like not Broadway, but like off Broadway and like a lot of like regional theaters and all that. Yep.
Then you applied and you passed the first round.
Yeah, I passed the first round with my own songs first, and then I passed the second round, and then in the second round they were like, your songs didn't pass, but we love your voice. Could you try this song?
Sounds familiar.
Was that Fighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds familiar. And then I did Fighter, and I loved it. Like
From the beginning.
Yeah. At first, when I listened to it, I was like, whoa, like I don't think I would ever write this, but it's fucking dope. Like, I was like, this is a hit, but I don't know. I was like, it's me lyrically, but musically, I was like, I don't know. And then I sang it, and because at first it was a male singer, it was like more like reggaeton, like male, and I was like, whoa. So then I tried it with a bit more of like a Rosalia French kind of vibe, and it worked super well, and I felt like it was mine then, and then yeah, crazy.
And then take us with you
And then
through the journey.
And then what?
The ups and the downs.
Exactly. There you go. It's always about the ups and the downs. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy year.
And did you think you would win?
No, oh my
No?
God, not at all. I'm telling you, not at all. I thought, love my girl Crick. I thought it was gonna be Crick the whole time. We all thought it was gonna be Crick the whole time. Like, I think we were all like, okay, prepared. And I think, I mean, she deserved it just as much, and she's awesome. But yeah, I think it was just, I don't know. The universe sometimes does weird things. So
Are you still in touch?
I'm still in touch with Adriano, with Child. We're really good friends, and with Edson. Love them both a lot.
Yeah, he's not called Child anymore now.
I know, that's why I said Adriano. I was like, Adriano. Yeah, it's super cool. I love the name Adriano. So both of them, with Creek a little bit too, and Joel. Those are like the main,
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are super
And
nice.
how was it then when you won? I was asking myself, could you even be happy, because there were so many bad comments on social media and everywhere. So
yeah, it was really intense, like especially the day I won. It was a lot of hate. But I don't know why it didn't hit me. I think it hits me now. Like a year later, I'm like, oh wow, like that's crazy that I went through that. But I think that I was so much in the high of winning, and like my life is gonna change, especially as a girl next door that was like in New York with all these jobs, and you know what I mean? Like for me, it was life changing. Like this thing changed my life. You know? So I think I was very much in the high of winning, really. And then my cousin got married like 2 days later, and I was a bridesmaid. So it was just like the coolest week.
Nice,
I was like, it's the best week ever. But I can't lie, like now, and honestly, like during the Eurovision too, like politically, it was like really, really hard. And I got a lot of hate simply for my nationality and like my origins, which I think is so sad. And it's just like, why are we generalizing or assuming or, you know, all that stuff. So that was really hard. But I think overall, like, you know, you're always gonna get hate. Like I got some body shaming, which I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I got like things about, you know, that I don't speak Luxembourgish, or that I need to lose some weight, or that, you know, I could keep on going, that I should burn in hell. Like we've gotten so many.
what was the worst?
I think burn in hell. And there was one like, I'm gonna find you and kill you, and I was like,
That one is.
I was like, oh
okay.
my God. I was like, can I sleep at night? Like it's scary, but I think it's again part of being an artist, and like part of being, you're doing something that's getting the attention, and people that are insecure are just trying to bring you down. And I think something that New York taught me is like, you just
So through all of this, your mindset has been this strong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good for you.
Which is awesome. It's I'm very thankful
Yeah.
that that's not the stuff I've been crying about. Like it's been a lot of other hard stuff that comes with career, and doubts and like insecurities musically, whatever. But I think in terms of like people I don't know talking about me, I'm like, it's fine.
What's the toughest thing then?
Toughest thing in career?
Yeah.
Whew. I would say the ups and downs of knowing if you're good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I always compare myself to stars and like, she's 24 and she won a Grammy. Like I'm 24, like fuck. And it's so toxic, and it's like, we're all in our own journey, and I need to keep remembering that. But I think a lot of my ups and downs are like, I want to go on tour. Like, why is she going on? Or why, no, you know, and it's like, just remember that you're doing the right thing, and that the universe is doing its things. And like, but I think that's the toughest, like being in a world with such incredible people, and not doubting yourself constantly.
How does that saying go? Comparison is the killer of joy or something?
Killer
like
of joy,
that?
yeah,
It's usually
absolutely.
that, no?
That's so good. Thank you.
I didn't invent it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Philipp, was war dein Highlight von letztem Jahr?
Boah, das war the Culture Forest Festival.
Philipp, den auch das Jahr ist. Samstag, 17. Mai, ab 5 Uhr zu Agent Park Lerchen.
Wirklich? Geht es da noch Foodtrucks mit so leckerem Essen und Trinken?
Ja.
Und noch lauter cool Lokalbands und Artisten?
Ja, ganz genau.
Und außerdem so eine coole Atmosphäre am Park mit viel Natur, so viel großer Klang.
Richtig, Philipp. Und auf ihrem Site kannst du da schon Early Birds Ticket kaufen.
Wow, der cool, da gehen Stadt direkt machen. During all the time, did you have coaches to guide you for the music?
Yeah, I had like the 2 coaches that came with us with the team of Eurovision. So they helped me, and then my vocal coach from New York, who is like everything to me. So he like helped me a little bit when I went back to New York and stuff before the Eurovision.
So that's your main team. 4 people plus manager. I
Vocally, my main team now?
Yeah. During that period. But
during the
also
period,
now.
it was very different because we had like the Eurovision team, and then I could only have like
true.
2 or 3 people with me.
Okay.
And so my team is very different.
Okay.
So how was the process from winning here in Luxembourg to going to Malmö?
It was, what was it, like the in-between?
Yeah.
We did like the pre-parties, which were really cool. I went to London and Amsterdam, which was so cool. Like gigging at AFAS, like it's just like crazy huge, insane. And then lots of press, because think about it, like you're there and you have to get voters, and Luxembourg can't vote for you. So like how do you become unique enough and loved enough for people to take money out of their wallets and pay for you to win like that? And it wasn't about winning, but obviously we always wanted to keep up like, you know, press and like the fan bases and all that. So it was a lot of press, photo shoots, music video. What else happened?
Did you enjoy that time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah, I loved it. And I feel like I was in a very strong mindset of I would wake up, I would do my sport, I would like eat healthy, like, you know, I'm still like that, but maybe not as good. But I think it really like put me in a very like strict like schedule of life, and it was cool.
Okay, yeah, if you have your routine and everything.
Yeah, and you have to.
Cool.
You have to, because if you don't.
So now you don't have to work anymore?
No, I do. Oh my God. Now I'm even more strict schedule this week because of Atelier. And we're talking a full hour set compared to 3 minutes. So it's been like a lot more sport, a lot more like, you know, like watching what I eat and all that. It's very important because as a singer, your body is your instrument. And if I will eat like a pizza and a hamburger and then the next day I have to sing, like I feel it was so much harder to breathe. Like it's not even about like weight, I don't care, but it's about like stamina.
Okay.
And it's like really hard for me
So
to,
your show is on Friday?
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so this will come out Saturday.
The day after. Awesome.
Amazing.
So people come from your show and then in the morning they can listen
They
to
get
this.
to see the podcast. That's so cool.
So are you looking forward to the show?
Yes.
Yeah?
I mean, I've never been more excited for something. Really, like career-wise, this is the coolest thing just because it's like a stamp on what I write, who I am, a full hour of like my music, and I also produced like the full thing by myself and like financially funding everything. So
So how does it work?
yeah, for this show specifically, like I was kind of on the stirring boat. Like I was stirring the boat most of the time, which was a super cool experience for me. I obviously still had like my label like to hold me, but they were not as involved as most things, which was really cool for me because I got to like really musically, artistically, lights, music, everything that comes with it, like had a lot of control over it, which was really cool. And I got to build like my team and my favorite people, and it was really, really cool. So yeah, it's like the first time that I just do an hour of just like original music.
This is Eurovision.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eurovision.
Yeah. That's good.
So, but you said you were funding it. What does that mean?
Like fully funding the show, like no financial, like
So
normally if you're signed to a label or something, like they help pay like what you do, right?
Yeah.
And so for this they're off, so
Okay.
So do you have to pay the venue or how does it work?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's the details, but like it's like a ticket split and like it's a whole deal. But yeah, basically I'm like
So you could lose money.
Yeah, I'm already losing money. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Lady Gaga lost money in her first tour. It's fine.
It's an investment.
Okay.
But you gotta invest.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
You gotta invest to go uphill.
Yeah,
You know.
Okay.
Is it hurting me a little? Yeah.
It's
okay.
That's fine.
It's okay. We don't talk about it. The wallet will be good soon.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't know if you know Russ, the singer slash rapper Russ. It's a detail, but because he has been in the game for so long, and he always talked about staying independent, being independent, not giving away your music rights, and so on. Is this something you have on your radar, or not at all?
Well, I'm signed, but our deal is very fair.
Okay.
And I made sure that I always have like
50-50?
I don't. It depends on what. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a very like fair deal, like human wise. You know what I mean? Like there's no traps or anything, which is cool. Hopefully. No. But there are also I think the most important thing about a label or like people you're working with is that you feel comfortable around them and that you feel they have good eyes. You know, like they're good hearts, and I think that's the most important thing for me. So. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel good about my team, which is exciting.
Where do you make the most money currently? Is it from streaming? Is it from merch? Is it from something else?
Gigs.
Gigs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I
the
don't
one on
make
Friday?
any. Well, this is the only one that I'm not making money. You guys. Promise that all the other gigs I make.
She pays to be there. Festivals.
She pays herself.
Invite me to this festival here.
Lupo, yeah.
No, oh my god. Yeah, that's so funny. Most of the time gigs, just not this one. I promise it's the only one.
And did you make money during the Eurovision process?
No, nothing.
No.
For 8 months, no pay, which was so hard.
Yeah.
But thankfully, my parents were there to help me out. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you don't have the rights for the song.
I have singer rights, and I have a percentage on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But all that like money basically goes into investments for other stuff in my project. So it's like it's like a loop of
Okay.
How many songs do you have? If you would play all your songs, how long would that be?
Well, my new EP is coming out soon. So if I include those,
Yeah, include them. Because are you playing them on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
that
like
makes
an
sense.
EP release show. And so I'm very excited for that new music. I would say like an hour and a half.
Yeah, because if today I go on Spotify, there's not 1 hour of your stuff. Right?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Because I was
Even though
confused.
there
Is she
might
playing
be.
Fighter again for an hour?
There might be an hour, but it's like shit music. So
Okay.
I'm kidding. Give love to old TALI. But yeah, it's like probably an hour and a half with the new stuff. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And what were your expectations in Malmö?
I had no expectations. I wanted to meet cool people. I wanted to have fun and do the thing. Like really, I didn't want to do like top 10, top 5, top 15. Like I didn't care about that. And I think the most important thing for me was to make Luxembourg proud. No, really, like it was the most important thing for me. Like I wanted to come back and people to be like, thank you, like that, thank you for representing us this way, or thank you for saying all those things, and you know, so that was very well received, which was like for me already winning, you know.
Nice. So when you came back, only positive,
Yeah.
mostly positive.
All positive, honestly, yeah, super positive, and people came to all my shows, and like just really cool vibes.
I think I would have been afraid to be last.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
embarrassing.
actually,
That's fair.
yeah. Who was last? I don't know.
Yeah, see?
I think it's always Germany.
No, Germany was 12th,
Okay.
right next to me.
Okay.
Can you find out?
Okay.
So funny.
But speaking of having fun in Malmö, what was your single most fun moment, highlight of that experience, that whole experience?
After party.
I'm like thinking about a very specific moment. where my manager and I went on a run. And it was really fun. It was like with the bodyguard, me and the manager, and we were like running, and he was like training me to like sing Fighter while running, and he was like, "Ale, Daddy, Ale," and it was just like really fucking funny because he's just like this king who was just trying to be helpful and just like the sweetest guy. That was fun. I think just like the backstage experience with like, you know, like the manager, like Luca, my dad, like just like the team, and like the banter. I think it was just like cool energy. Yeah, it was like everything was like memes over and over again. You know what I mean? So I think
So you had a bodyguard there?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Only you or everyone?
Only some artists. Like obviously Sliman had a, you know, it just depended on your level of fame and on your, you know, how much backlash you were getting. So obviously Eden had one, I had one. I think Angelina had one.
How was that?
So, Philipp, du weißt, dass ich mir gleich ein Appartement kaufen.
Ja, ich wollte effektiv nach froh, wie du das mit der Assurance da gemacht hast.
Das ist effektiv ein ganz gut froh, weil ich habe verschiedene Assuranzen nicht verglichen. À mon avis, hat AXA die perfekte Solution. Bei hinten im Site kannst du nämlich direkt deinen Tarif simulieren.
Ah, das klingt ja perfekt. Und wie sieht das da konkret aus?
Du gehst einfach auf devis.axa.lu, du gehst deine Informationen an und dann an ein paar Klicks kriegst du direkt eben die Simulation von deinem Tarif. Und das Ganze ist mega einfach, geht mega schnell, alles ist inklusive. Du gebe ich dir rekommandieren, einfach es selber auszuprobieren, indem du auf den Link an der Beschreibung klickst. So Philipp, hast du schon eine Vakanz gebucht für diesen Sommer?
Man, nee, noch nicht. Ich hatte ja die letzte eine schlechte Erfahrung gemacht. Ich war ja kurz vor meiner Vakanz krank gehen und ich alles müssen annullieren und ich bin einfach auf meine Kaste sitzen geblieben.
Ja, aber du weißt, dass es dafür Assurance gibt.
Von was schwätzt du?
Aber weißt du das dann nicht? Bei deiner Visa-Premiere von der Spurkäse hast du die Assurance mit dran.
Ja, aber für so ein Katzkräbe bezahle ich mal bestimmt dann aus dem Kopf.
Man, nee, gut nicht. Die kriegst du gratis bei deinem Access-Package mit dran. Du musst dich nicht mehr informieren Site für die genauen Konditionen.
Aber hätte ich das gewusst, da kann ich nur direkt hin meine Vakanz buchen gehen.
It was my first time having a bodyguard. He was awesome, love him, but it's a weird thing, man. Like the lack of privacy is weird, and like I don't know, like I would do like a sharp movement, like just to move, and he would like just like the impulse of this guy, very impressive.
Was it like very big?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just like a weird thing to be like, hey, like I'm just gonna go to that rock by the river and journal, and he was like, okay, I'll be watching you from here. like I would have to ask like if it was okay to go here or and just like understanding that that's the reality of like a full-time star.
Yeah.
Like you can't go to the supermarket, you can't go buy bread, you can't go to your best friend's house without someone coming with you or having a car right behind you to make sure no one shoots you. Like how horrible.
Especially also for a young woman, because even Xavier Büttel on our podcast, he told us that we do that he was having, I think it was for
Valentine's Day.
For Valentine's Day, exactly. With his husband, they were having dinner together, super romantic and intimate. And then on the table next to them, two bodyguards. And they are never alone. Like even in that romantic setting, you know that you are not alone. You are with your bodyguards.
Yeah,
and he even says that it sucks.
Absolutely get him. It's a tricky thing, and I can't even imagine when it's full time. Like obviously it's full time for him, and I same with me. Like it was like my 1 year with my boyfriend, the day of the final, which is crazy. And so like the night before we wanted to like go out for dinner, and my bodyguard was like, I'm so sorry, like it's unsafe for you to go out tonight because of the demonstrations. And I was like, oh, guess we're like celebrating our 1 year like in my hotel room. Crazy. Yeah, honestly, which is what we did.
Which is cute.
Which is cute.
Which is very cute.
But it's just like crazy, just like the lack of freedom that you have and as an artist, and I got like the tiniest little taste of it, you know. So I can't even say anything.
How is it now? Are people still...
It's chill. It's cool. Like people in Luxembourg are so sweet, and like I feel like they're super respectful. You know, yeah.
Good
Thank
job.
you guys. They're super respectful, which I think that's why I don't need someone here during shows, or you know what I mean. Like it's really chill here, and people, if they want something, they'll be like, "Hi, like, can we do a picture?" Like it's really sweet, and it's nothing aggressive, so it's nice. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So how often do you have to take pictures with people?
Yeah, are you a star here in Luxembourg? Are you getting recognized a lot?
What do you say a star is? Like, what's the
So if
definition?
you go,
metric.
if you go in the city on Saturday and you have to take more than 7 pictures,
Oof, that's a lot. I would say more than 4.
4.
I would say more than 4. Yeah, I would say it's like 3 or 4 a day.
You're right there.
Yeah.
Almost a
Maybe
star.
After the show, after the show.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like some days it's like 1, some days it's nothing. Sometimes I go out and it's like people will smile, you know? It'll be like, there you go. And I'll be like,
Are you happy on a day where no one asks you to take a picture or 8 people ask you?
both.
Both?
I don't think
Okay.
happiness matters on that.
Always happy.
Yeah,
Always
happy person.
That's good.
But yeah, I think it definitely makes me happy when people come and they're like, I love what you're doing, love your new song. Like it's a cool vibe.
Are you a happy person?
Yes, I'm
Always been?
I'm often described as a happy person. I think obviously I've had, you know, ups and downs. I've had like moments of depression, absolutely. But I think overall, like I see life as a very positive thing.
Good.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very important.
I think for you often, there's also a saying, you create your own luck. And I think that's what you did, because
Yeah.
you worked so much and then this happened. Some
Absolutely.
people might say it's luck, but
I think it's never, that's like such a, yes, a really good point. I don't think it's ever just luck. I don't believe in that. I think I had a teacher who said 95% work, 5% talent, and like 5% luck, whatever you want to call it. It's like you need to put in the work, because someone with no luck or talent is going to get ahead of you, even if you have a little bit of talent.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hard work, you know.
what would you do if you couldn't like do acting or singing or
Oh shit.
do a creative job?
I would probably do environment, something that I'm very passionate about, like the environment and how we can save it, like absolutely, or psychology. Like those are my two, or like learning about people, and like as an actor, like it really inspires me to see how people behave, but also why, and like their reasons. And so that's why, like, I think psychology would be a really cool like link to that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How can we save the environment?
If I knew, it would already be happening, baby. But yeah, no, I think there's ways to improve it, you know, as we do every day. I hope. But I can't even say shit because I travel all the time, you know. Like it's like even if you do something and recycle and help, and I've sang for a lot of communities that you know, are charities that, you know, give money to help the environment. Even then, like, I feel like I'm doing like the tiniest little bit. So it's...
But you take the train all the time.
Do I take the train all the time? I do. So I guess that's
So
a little
good.
more friendly.
It is.
Yeah.
But also, I think no one is perfect, and just trying to do like the small efforts every
Yeah.
day here and there adds
Yeah.
up, and it's better than nothing. Obviously, we are not saving anything
Yeah.
by it. But
Absolutely.
still, I mean, no one can save the planet by him or herself. So
No one, yeah.
It's a group
That
effort.
everything helps. Every little thing that you do. Yeah.
So how was it this year on the Luxembourg Song Contest?
This year?
Yeah.
So cool. It was
Yeah.
really cool to be back, like, but it was kind of like, I was a little anxious because I was like, whew, like I'm back in this environment and like it's intense. And I think that the expectations were higher than last year even, because it's like, oh, like she's the one that won, like, what's she up to? I don't know. I think it was like more anxiety driven for me, but once I got on the stage, perfect. Like I was like, oh, we're here, and it was amazing. I love performing.
never had stage fright.
I always have stage fright.
Always? Okay.
I'm always nervous before I go.
In a healthy way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank God. But I always get nervous. I don't think there's one performance where I don't get nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was the official Eurovision performance the one where you were most nervous?
I think I'll be most nervous for Atelier.
Yeah?
Really? Wow. Why? Because it's so long and so...
I think there's just there's so much detail and so much that needs to happen for it to go great.
Okay, I think I also understand, because it's the same that we tell ourselves if we have, I don't know, podcasts or meetings or whatever it is, we are not nervous at all. But then there's this one meeting where we have high hopes and we put a lot of effort in it, and suddenly we are nervous, like out of nowhere, even though we did it 100 times before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
probably
it's
the
the
same.
pressure that I'm putting it on. Because it doesn't make sense that I'm more
because
nervous for this.
those people, you could do anything and those people would be happy.
Yeah,
because they are already
because they're
fans.
there. Yeah, that's
They
very
pay
true.
to
actually.
see you.
That's actually very true.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
way to see
that
it.
makes
Yeah.
me that makes me feel way better.
Yeah.
Because famous comedians, people laugh all the time on their shows because they know that they are funny, even
Yeah,
if they
that's
are
true.
not funny.
They just
know?
Yeah,
laugh
they
because
go in there
Yeah.
with an intention to laugh,
Yeah.
so automatically it's more
That's
fun.
true. Well, yeah, I hope
Yeah.
people come with an intention to laugh.
By the way, who lost last year? Who was it?
GPT said Spain, but Google said Norway.
Norway or Spain?
Oh, I think it was Norway.
Norway?
Yeah.
Norway said.
They
Google.
lost, but they were good.
ESC says it's Norway. I don't
Oh
know.
wow. I have no clue.
Loser.
They have 16 points.
16 points. Okay. Do you keep in touch with anyone that you met there, not from Luxembourg, but
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, with two girls, with Celia from Cyprus
Okay.
and Sarah from Malta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny. Small countries like
Yeah,
Luxembourg.
honestly, that makes so much sense. I think we were all like in such like big countries. It was like us two like peace.
And why those girls? How did this happen?
I think the moment I met Celia, she was like, I knew I was gonna love you, like you're just like so my vibe, and I was like, hey, awesome, great, no effort. It was really cool, like immediately click. Like I think she's, you know, from Australia but also from Cyprus, and like she's also have like similar upbringing, and very cool girl.
Very
Like I
international.
look at her and I'm like, oh my god, you're the coolest girl ever. And Malta, Sarah, she stayed in my hotel. I can say it now. I couldn't say it before because of security.
Ah,
Yeah, but we stayed in the same hotel, which was really fun.
why? Because
And
of
so-
security.
Because everyone knew where Sarah was staying. No one knew where I was staying. Yeah,
Got it.
and so Sarah couldn't say that we were staying in the same hotel.
Wow.
Yeah, but I saw her at breakfast every morning, and it was beautiful. Yeah, she's
Nice.
sweet.
So was the bodyguard there as well?
Always, yeah.
So
Nice.
her and the bodyguard, yeah. But did you? No, I don't think you already did. But will you ever do features with them or songs together with them?
Ooh, I wanted to have like one of them maybe come to Atelier to like open, but like money wise hard, as we know. Headline of this podcast is TALI needs money for Atelier.
GoFundMe. Do like a
GoFundMe hashtag Atelier.
That's funny.
But yeah, it would be so cool to do something with either of them. Yeah, absolutely.
And from Luxembourg, who is your? If you had to
I feel
pick
like it'd
one,
be fun with Nosy. Like,
okay,
like a
that's
remix, but like a
unexpected.
pop one.
That's
Quite a
actually
remix.
feasible. That
Yeah,
you could
absolutely. Hey.
do. Turn up Tune will do the connection.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll post
Yeah.
this clip and then tag both of you.
That's so funny. Yeah, we met at the LSE. He's so
He's
sweet.
so sweet. He's the sweetest.
Little teddy bear. I was like, I just want to hug you.
Yeah.
And not teddy bear. Oh my god.
What?
Hi,
Switch.
hi.
I agree.
But he is like so sweet, you
He
know.
literally is.
A sweetheart. But he's then super edgy on stage, so I love that. It's cool.
Is he edgy on stage?
I think he is.
Ah. Okay, I don't follow his performances. For me, he's also a teddy bear.
Not the teddy bear.
Yeah.
But he broke 1 million monthly listeners on
Really?
Spotify now.
I think so, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, super
Impressive.
impressive.
Congrats.
Ja, krass.
Yeah.
Amazing. And you are at how many?
I used to be at 1 million.
Ooh,
Not
okay.
anymore. No, I think now it's like 150K.
Okay,
Which
that's
is
very
cool.
good. That's
Yeah.
very, very good.
Thanks. Yeah.
I mean,
Were you thinking about using the momentum from all the attention you got during the show for this period?
Yeah, I think we really wanted to, but like realistically, it didn't happen. And hopefully we want to attract like same audience plus a very different audience, like more like pop, American pop, European pop. Like I think it's Eurovision is a very different niche than like radio and
Yes.
like what works on TikTok. So
Yeah.
hopefully the fact that we didn't use the momentum also acts as a positive. Like
Got it.
I think either way could have gone well, but we'll
But
see.
you wanted to take the momentum and couldn't, or you didn't want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
and
think
why
I
not?
wanted to, just because realistically we needed to like strategically plan social media, finish writing, you know, like
Or another question: if you could go back in time, what would you do differently? Like one specific thing.
I think I'd probably release a song like a month after,
Yeah, makes sense.
just because then it's like people are gonna listen to it anyway, even if it's good or not, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you publish more songs? Is it?
It's coming. So I have 6 more songs coming up before the summer, which is super exciting. So it's just been like, you know, to write an EP is like, and I had the EP ready by summer. I think I had like 20 songs ready by summer. It's just like which ones made it, what makes sense storyline wise. How about you do this and then we save these ones for in 2 years. Like it's like we're looking at like a long-term goal and like
How long?
well, ideally, like, until I have kids.
So.
So, like,
Next year.
9 months.
guys, actually,
That's the
no, I definitely want, like, probably another 7 years at least
7
of,
years.
like, pushing and career. My boyfriend knows.
And then made a
and
lot
then,
of
yeah,
money, and you can retire
exactly.
early and raise your kids on a farm.
That would be amazing, actually. That sounds cool. On a beach.
Brille.
On Brille.
Yeah.
Come back, get a house.
Well,
No, yeah.
houses on Brille are very expensive.
It is very expensive.
Where would you live if you could choose anywhere?
I have no clue. I could see myself coming to Luxembourg because I feel like the benefits are awesome and it's like a super cool country to raise kids. Totally. I don't know though. I don't
The
know.
weather, though.
That's I know. The weather, and I feel like if I come back, it needs to be like all my best friends come back. And I think all of them will come back because they're all
You
like
force them.
Luxembourgish. They're all from here and I think they'll all come back, but
Usually that's.
who knows? Usually that's
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna come back to Luxembourg, and then everyone is back. You're like, hey, see you working at that coffee shop. Yeah.
And where is your boyfriend from? He's,
He's New York, but he's also from Israel.
and how does he like Luxembourg?
He liked it. He came
Yeah?
here twice,
Okay.
but he came here during like my intense Eurovision period. So like he saw the fans, he saw all that, and he was like, "Whoa, okay, this is what I'm getting myself into," which I think is never easy for a guy. But now he's like a hero, and he made it through, and he's the best ever. Like super understanding and like really cool about you do your thing. He's also a musician. So
Okay,
it's
that helps,
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So it's nice.
Any collabs coming up soon?
With him,
Yes.
funny fact. I can say this. He might kill me. He produced one of my songs because he's also a producer
Nice.
for my EP. And then after that, we made a deal that we're never gonna
No.
produce again.
Why? Was it that awkward?
I think I'm just a control freak, and I think that he is also a control freak, and I think we were both like, it should be like this. No, it should be like that. And just like, you know, like with your siblings when you're like, it's like that energy. But we sing, like he plays the piano. That's his main thing. So we sing in bars and like all that in New York always, and that's like
Super cool.
my happiness. Yeah. So we figured out production, but
Live-
music and like, you know,
live
making
performance,
music and like doing covers and all that, perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you give any advice to Laura, the new winner that's going
Yeah.
to? Yeah.
Yeah, we actually, I went over to her house after
Oh.
and like we caught up over tea and like chatted. I think that I didn't really have someone to talk to, and I really wanted to make it clear that she can always call me and like talk to me, like, is this normal, like should I do this and that. And she's like super sweet. I think that if she was in my school, like we'd be best friends. Like when I met her, I was like, oh, she's so cool, very down to earth, and so ready. I think she's gonna do great.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was your advice to her?
My main advice was to stay grounded and also stay away from people that suddenly want to be your friend, you know, or like that suddenly want to be part of your light. And I think that it's a really tricky thing. Like when you do have all that attention, like a lot of friends or like old, you know, frenemies like want to come and, you know, whatever, which happened to me a lot. And so I think just like stay with people you love and you trust 1,000,000%, and you'll be good. You know? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So, do you know the GÖLLE FRO?
Ah, yeah.
The question?
The golden question that you
Yeah.
can ask our
I
audience.
wrote it down. Maybe I forgot. my question, right?
Yeah.
Your
That's-
question to the audience.
Where they
Well,
can
it's-
win
it's-
something.
It's a question about my music, which is selfishly.
First, what can they win?
Okay, can I go get it?
Sure.
It's a ticket for Friday.
Oh my god. Less money. Okay, so you can win this beautiful poster of my show on Friday, signed by moi. And then I also spent like 2 months making these necklaces for my fans, and it says on it.
That's cool.
You can match me. I'm wearing the title of my EP. Oh my god, can you cut that? Because I just said my
Yeah,
My answer.
we can beep it.
perfect. Oh my god, yeah. That's hilarious. So yeah, so it's so and my question for you is what do you think the title of my EP is? And it's written somewhere.
Good.
You can do it.
You can zoom in if you need.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
It's right there. Amazing, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Cute.
Do we know the question of the last guest?
It was 3:52, and they asked, what is it? I think that's the question. If not,
Yeah.
then we can find the other one. What is it you do or did to be in this spot? Like, what makes you stand out? Obviously, it's your music, but maybe more than that.
I love that question. I think authenticity and faith. I think those are the two things, like trusting in what's meant for you and following your instincts and your gut, but also being authentic to yourself and to what you do.
Did you always know in the back of your mind that you would be where you are now one day?
Here with
Yeah,
us.
with us.
Actually, in a dream. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I always knew that somehow I was going to be on a stage. I don't know where and how and when, but I knew that it was going to happen at some point. And if it didn't, I was going to keep working until it happened.
This takes a lot of confidence and courage, no?
Yeah. I don't know why the fuck I was born this way, but
Are your
shit.
parents also like that?
So this is the thing. My parents are both musicians, but they never got the chance to fulfill it. Like my dad is a drummer, like hardcore fan of music, and he comes with me everywhere. He absolutely loves music, but culturally and like financially, it was like not a possibility for him. He went to be a banker, and you know, now he's lived his life doing something that he doesn't necessarily love as much, which is sad. And my mom, again, same thing, like singer, guitarist, writer, and then never got the chance to do it because life, and she was a chemist. And then, so when I was born, they always told me that I have to do what I want to do. And all three of us were raised that way, like me and my brothers, and I love that. And I think it's so important that you don't let life pass you by without you doing something that you love,
That's good.
Yeah. So maybe that's why I'm so like such a dreamer, because it was like drilled in me.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. The education of your parents, also of course your environment,
Yeah.
probably the people you grew up with, but a lot also just how you are raised.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like them. I want to make it.
Also possibility. Yes.
Oh my God. Watch me be a banker next year.
I imagine.
Maybe not.
You see me at a desk. Hi, Tali, how's it going?
Spending
No
all the money.
judgment, no judgment. If you like being a banker, awesome. Like, that's
Bank is
dope.
going bankrupt.
My Etsy show. We need to stop that joke.
Yes. No, but yeah, speaking of those jobs, I think it depends. If it's like you and you have a big dream and then you sacrifice your dream just for money and doing a steady job, sucks.
Sucks, yeah.
If maybe, I don't know, you were always into finance and
Then that's
banking is
awesome,
your
yeah.
thing, then it's perfect. Yeah.
So would you prefer not making a lot of money and still singing than making more money and doing another job?
Absolutely. Oh my
Okay.
God. If you think that you will make money being a musician, don't be a musician. Like, if
Yeah,
you think, oh, I can be a star because I want fame and money, you're never going to get there.
Yeah.
You're never going to get there. And that's why, as a musician or a singer, you have to love it so damn much, more than anything else in the world, that then maybe things will happen for you. But you can't do it because of money or because of fame or because of happiness. Like, that's not, it has to be like from within,
What is it that what is inside of you that makes you really want to make music? Oh, very difficult. Sorry. Sorry for that.
Well, I think I just don't see myself doing anything else.
But what do you like about it?
I think that, that's so hard, because I love so much about it. I love so
The
much
whole
about it.
process.
I love that I can have a horrible day and then write a song about it and then feel so much better. I love that I hear stories from people that I don't know that tell me that they connect with their song through a really extremely personal story. I love that I can connect with people beyond borders through music. I love that. Yeah, I love how it makes me feel. I love how it makes other people feel. I love how it brings people together. I think music is the coolest thing in the world.
Nice.
It probably is. It probably is the art form that is the most personal to someone now.
Yeah, even just like studies about when you have like amnesia and like all those, like when you're getting old and you're forgetting things. Music is sometimes the cure, and it brings back memories. Like, that's how ingrained it is in people's bodies. It's like they'll remember a person when they're that mentally ill through a song. And there's like studies about it, and I think it's absolutely mind-blowing.
Why is that? Is it because all the other art forms are visual and that's the only that you hear?
I don't know, but I do remember I learned this in high school. My favorite teacher in high school, he told me that music is one of the only activities that uses all parts of your brain. Like, scientifically uses as a lot more parts than like other activities.
Makes sense.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you also remember a song you haven't heard for 10 years and you still remember the lyrics.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's more true than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, if you, I don't know, watch a movie again that you watched 10 years ago, it's not the same feeling that you have with a song.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering. By the way, you have also a question, I guess, for the next guest before we
I
forget.
do. My question is, if not, I'll look at my phone. I'll remember. Oh yeah. What does success mean to you and why?
What does it mean for you and why?
Money.
Exactly. You guys got to know me so well today. What does success mean to me? I don't even know the answer to that, and I asked it.
It's a good question, right?
Yeah. I think
The best one we asked so far.
I think the possibility to always be able to sing, like health-wise, like to always be able to sing and make music, to be able to live from it financially, to be surrounded by the same people I am today and
Nice.
maybe more, but the same people I am today. And I think that's pretty much it.
That's very nice.
Like simple, you know, not more than that.
For you? I don't
Being
know.
healthy.
Yeah, it's
That's a new one.
Good.
Yeah.
yeah, that's so powerful.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
very simple but very good.
yeah.
I want to be able to still do sports at 50, 60.
So you want to be the Luxembourgish Brian Johnson?
Yeah. Not that crazy, but do you know him?
No.
It's a guy, he wants to live forever.
How old is he now?
Like 50?
On paper 50, but his biological age is way younger,
Yeah.
like 25 or something. I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating.
Wow,
but I
that's
don't
And
know.
he
insane.
exchanged blood with his son.
He's crazy. He
God.
you know him better than I do, but if I remember correctly, he had a successful tech company
Yeah.
that he sold for a lot of millions,
300.
300 millions, and now his whole focus of his life and the purpose is, as he said, to live forever. So
Because-
he does everything from crazy things like that
Wow.
Because he thinks that with AI,
Mhm.
it will be possible to not die. So
To be immortal?
yeah,
No.
he says that.
Okay.
That's insane. That's so dangerous.
Yeah.
That's very
So
absurd.
scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you like to live forever?
Maybe, yeah.
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 Because he says all the time, because people say, I don't want to live forever.
Yes.
But if you ask someone, do you want to live one more day? Everyone says yes. So So I don't know.
Loophole.
yeah.
That's actually
So his motto is also not live forever, but don't die.
Okay.
No,
Same,
because
but different.
no, because if you say live forever, that's like so far,
yeah.
and this is more.
It's like overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But live one more day is actually also good.
Yeah. Live one.
Live one more
Send an
day is
email.
actually awesome. I would take that potion.
Day by day.
Yeah.
You just take it every day.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'll read about that. What's his name?
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson?
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But he also has the money to do it, so he has all the
Yeah,
crazy
yeah, yeah.
machines
So does
at
she.
home. Yeah. Not yet. Not yet.
Soon. After Friday.
You guys.
So the title of the episode, TALI needs money.
GoFundMe page. Oh my God. What's your meaning of success?
The obvious is happiness, but of course that's too vague. I would say combination of what you guys said, like live a wholesome life, like with the people I love, with being healthy, them being healthy, achieving new things, whatever they might be. And then the small things in life. I think it's more now focusing on the small things in life than when I was younger. I tried to have like this crazy vision and chasing that, and of course that doesn't make you happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was in terms of having a successful startup or saving the world, blah blah blah, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, if that's your purpose of life, then
It's hard.
it's hard to be happy. But
Yeah.
if it's, I don't know, spending a happy day with your girlfriend or with your family or with your friends or doing a cool podcast episode, then you go to bed and you're happy. And again, one day after the other,
Yeah.
it adds up.
I love
I
that.
just watched a Mr. Beast podcast. Do you know him? The most famous YouTuber. No? Okay.
It's okay.
I live under a rock most of the time.
And he was asked the same question, like if he was happy,
Okay.
and he said that it's not even a question he asks himself.
But
like,
he's also crazy.
yeah, they did the podcast. He has like a big Amazon show. It's the most successful Amazon show ever, and he released it in the evening, and then he had a podcast at 1 a.m. scheduled until 3, and then he had a flight at 7 or something. So he works all the time. So he won't live forever.
Yeah.
But
And
That's
he
crazy.
also he could be a billionaire if he wanted to sell his YouTube channel or whatever. But that's just not his grind.
Yeah.
He just loves what he does,
So cool.
which is very cool.
yeah,
And he still has this
vision.
yeah, not even vision, but like he just has this hustle,
Yeah.
even though he doesn't like usually if a YouTuber, let's say, makes it after a few
It
million,
kind of,
the
yeah.
hustle goes away and they can retire their mom, which is very, very nice. He also said this in the podcast, which is very noble thing to achieve, but then the hustle is more or less gone. For him, it's different. Like he does not care about money. He just takes money like you do, reinvest it in himself and grows and wants to do cool stuff. Like for instance, he has Feastable, his chocolate company.
He wants
where
to do that more sustainable.
Yeah, where he wants to get over 1 million African children out of child labor. Like, super
Wow,
cool.
that's the coolest thing ever.
He wants to do. Did you watch the whole podcast? Yeah. He also said if you want to be liked, don't do good.
Yeah,
because
very
people will-
interesting statement.
Yeah, because he said that for all the good he does, people say, "Oh, but you're just doing it to make a video about it." Or,
Yeah, like you're just doing
Yeah.
it so you
Yeah.
can go like this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear that a lot too.
So he said, I had better to just buy a mansion and do a video about that than
Right.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or like I guess you can do good, but you don't have to show the whole world constantly. Like that's also a way, you know what I mean? Like I do a lot of good, but I don't say like, oh, I just did this all the time, you know? Cuz then if that's the reason you do it for, so you're more liked, like what's the point? But at the end of the day, I think all humans are selfish to the core.
I would agree.
So, I don't know.
I would
Tricky. Even if it's like, oh, I want to save the world, it's like, but what's your intention?
Exactly.
Honestly, I have like these deep talks with my friends all the time. Like, why is it that we want to save the world at the end of the day?
Probably. Do you want to go first?
No, I don't know. It's an open question.
I don't know either, but I would assume, indeed, as you said, at least to a certain extent, a bit selfish, like you want to also show the world that you help, that you're a good person, that you are even actually better than others because you help.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel good.
And it makes you feel good.
Exactly, yeah. It's interesting.
But even if it's selfish, it's still
Still
not
better
bad.
than not
Of
to do.
course. No, of
Yeah.
course. Not to say not to do it, but yeah.
Okay.
Give us another deep question like that.
You like the deep questions? Well,
That's literally me annoying my girlfriend or my sister or my mom all the time. Like these are the
deep
questions
questions.
I
I
asked
love
during, I don't know.
When we go together, you always ask me, what's the meaning of life?
Yeah.
I don't know and I don't care.
You're like, I'm just trying to get through the day.
Literally.
I don't know.
So
I don't know, no, I care. Leave me alone.
That's so good.
another
So, oh shit.
one. If you
Last
have
one. Last one.
Well,
if you
I
have one.
actually, one bouncing off of what we were just talking about, if we are selfish to the core, like to love is an act of selfishness to an extent, because even if we're giving love, we give love because then we feel good. It's like a loop, you know? We give love to a boyfriend, to whatever, and then to an extent that's also mirroring that you're good-hearted and that it makes you feel good to give. And so that's also a reason as to why. I don't know, it's interesting.
Maybe
I think
if
about
you have kids, it's different. Maybe you just.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
People say that when you
Yeah.
have kids, it's like unconditional love. And if you have a deep love, it can get, like after years, it can get to a point where it's unconditional and you don't even think about it. And I don't think about it, but I think about the concept a lot, which is interesting. Yeah.
You have to ask ChatGPT.
Would you agree also? Yeah.
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 You? Yeah.
We had that discussion with your mother one time. If
Mama?
you said
You asked the question already.
it's selfish, and she said no, it's not.
What? Having kids
It's selfish.
is selfish, I said.
Oh, yeah.
You said,
That's also
you said that,
interesting.
and she said no, it's not. It's because you want to. I don't know.
For sure it's selfish, that's very
You
true.
want to have a kid.
I agree with
because you
myself.
love your partner so much, and you want to-
Yeah.
Why would it not be selfish? Who said it was?
My mom.
I have to ask her.
But
I will.
she's a mom, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's like, well, I'm not selfish.
Yeah, maybe she's defending herself.
I don't think it's selfish, guys.
I swear, not selfish.
That's so funny.
Not all the time. No.
Yeah. Okay.
One last thing before I think we are almost done.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't start the timer.
Easy. Let's use the last few minutes to talk about Luxembourgish, and I want to challenge you a little bit.
Oh, God.
No, not challenge, but in a funny way. Like, how is your level? Like, if we would now speak to you in Luxembourgish, would you understand everything or most
Most of it.
of it?
And depending who speaks, weirdly, because some people have like harder Luxembourgish to understand. Like, for example, Luca, my makeup artist, his Luxembourgish is like the cleanest,
Yeah.
clearest Luxembourgish ever.
Yeah.
Anything that will come out of his mouth, I'll understand 100% of the time. Or like Loic
Yeah.
from RTL, like,
Yeah.
because he's a, like
Yeah.
presenter, like his Luxembourgish is very, very clear. So I understood, like, we did an interview where he asked me in Luxembourgish, I understood everything except the one question, which I was like
That's
pretty
fair.
pretty proud.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'm like, whoa, no clue, like phew, no clue what you just said. So
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have clear,
We can try.
clean Luxembourg.
Where did you go to school here?
I went to the international
to
school.
the international school? Okay, makes sense. And did you learn during that period when you went to school? Did you learn Luxembourgish at all? No.
I've never learned Luxembourgish.
So it's just by
Like
hearing other
hearing,
people speak.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
But you speak French?
Yeah.
we don't. That's why
Oh,
we had. She gave us the option to either speak, have a podcast in French or
Why
English.
don't you speak in French?
I mean,
Ça va?
ça va.
And German? Do you speak German?
Ja, ein bisschen. Ich kann ein bisschen sprechen.
Sehr gut. Das können wir auch.
Yeah.
Ich spiele Klavier gern und ich singe gern.
Ja,
Sehr
Ja, ja.
Das passt doch.
What's your favorite
And-
Luxembourgish
and- yeah.
sentence?
I love, well, I know quite a bit now. Like, merci für Ihre Unterstützung.
But
I love Tip Top, like Tip Top.
Tip Top is.
Vielmals merci. There's one that I forgot. There's one that Sergio, my drummer, always says. I'll get back to you on that. And
In
it's-
Luxembourg?
yeah.
In
In
what is it in
Luxembourgish.
English? Do you know?
No,
Okay.
it's just like a funny one that he always says.
Okay. But actually, if you know French and you know a bit of German,
Yeah, it's ça va. Yeah, I understand.
if you mix it,
Don't tell any Luxembourgish
I
that.
mean, I don't take this as an offense.
Yeah.
They do, yeah, sometimes I guess.
Sometimes they say that it's like people that aren't Luxembourgish say that it sounds like a drunk German. Is that true?
Yeah, I guess so.
For me, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm always telling the people that I work with, like wherever they are from the UK, let's say, or from whatever part of the world, they come to Luxembourg. They are so interested in the culture and the language, and they try a little bit. They do give an effort,
That's so cool.
and I'm super happy. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one sentence, one word, even, I'm already like, you are one of us now.
Yeah,
Like, welcome to the club. Like, it's just
yeah,
that
it's-
easy, in my opinion, for me at least.
Yeah, it was the same for me. Like I feel like every show I do, I say two or three sentences in Luxembourgish because I feel like people are just so happy that I'm trying, or that
That's
I
it,
think
exactly.
it's, if you try and if you just like learn a couple things, I think it's better than just being like, I don't speak it at all, you know?
We'll have to give you one for Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
give
good
me
one.
one, give me one.
Yeah.
How do you say let's make some noise?
That sounds so bad.
Oh, really?
Nah, you don't
no,
say
no.
it.
like
No,
let's
no
hype
way.
it up. Like
We will
what's
think about
yeah,
it.
think
after
about it.
that.
Send it to
Yes.
me.
Or
Or like how are we feeling tonight?
Ja, wie geht es dir?
Yeah, but like
that's okay.
Macht Comedy.
Nah. We will think about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But what did I want to say? Just again, circling back to Luxembourgish, what I told you before we started the show, I wanted to say to the audience real quick that since this is the very first podcast we do in English, it's also a milestone for us, and I hope you guys are happy with this. For us, it's super interesting because when we started the podcast 4.5 years ago, as you know, we invited a lot of different guests, so from musicians to athletes to politicians, Xavier Bettel-Luc-Frieden, you name them. The only red line that we always had was the Luxembourgish language. So we said, okay, our niche is Luxembourgish language, is Luxembourg. And for the rest, we are super open with the variety of guests. But now, 4.5 years later, we actually think that, well, our niche is still Luxembourg, but Luxembourg is maybe more than the Luxembourgish language. So not all the time, but maybe once in a while, like if we have cool guests like you on the show, why not broaden our horizon and make it even more Luxembourgish by also having the multicultural thing mixed in there, which is Luxembourg, which makes us Luxembourg.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I just
Crying
wanted
over
to
here.
share that with the audience. I hope you guys agree. Give me your feedback. Thanks.
Comment, like, below.
Exactly.
Call to action.
Yes. Exactly. So that's it from my side.
Yeah. So,
You do the rest.
Tali, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
Thank you for listening. See you
Bye-bye.
next time. Bye.